Good morning, everybody. In addition to stacking silver and just started stacking some gold, I collect paper currency, old paper currency, a little bit of the world stuff, but mostly, the American stuff. And I remember as a kid, my grandfather had tons of silver certificates, red seals. I had a whole bunch of stuff from when he was over in Hawaii during World War II. And over time, it disappeared. And I won't get into how it disappeared. I've mentioned it before. But figured today we'd take a look at what I've got. It's not a huge collection by any stretch of the imagination. I know at one point, between ones and fives, I know my grandfather probably had, probably $2,000-3,000 face of blue seals, and Lord only knows how many red seals and that he had. And I know he probably had a good $200 or $300 face value worth of the Hawaii dollars. And let's take a look here real quick, see what I've got so far. And speaking of the Hawaii dollars, I've got one right here on top. These were issued during World War II, even though the series date is in the 30s. These were, they were stamped Hawaii, and this is the only one I got. I got it for a steal in an auction. The term I like to use is caught 'em sleeping. But that's, history not only of our country, but my personal family history, with the men in our family that served during World War II and served in Hawaii. So we've got that one. And, I'm going to back this box up a little bit here. Give us a little room to work here. Then something that a lot of us keep our eyes open for, even, when we're dealing with cash and we get change, we always look for these, is the star notes. And for those of you that aren't familiar with the star notes, this is the original bill with this serial number on it. Something happened with it. They had to destroy it, but they still had to issue the serial number. So they reissue it with a star, noting that basically it's a replacement for the original. And some of these things do, draw in a lot more than the dollar amount on the bill. Then we've got several, and these are all in varying conditions. None of them are absolutely perfect, and most of them are circulated, but just the different, they're, what you could do with these back in the day is you could take them to the bank and demand silver. And in the case with these, they would probably give you a Morgan or a peace dollar, depending on what they had. But I've got a whole bunch of these guys. And got enough that I got 2 sleeves of them. So, and like I said, they're in varying conditions from almost, what you could almost say would appear uncirculated to they probably ran through the washing machine a few times or made a lot of trips around the country and trips through hands and that. But there's those. And then actually I do have the start of a third one. I believe these ones, these might be a couple that are sequential. That's something else people look for when they're searching through stacks of bills, is sequential, and these are not. There's somewhere in here, I've got some that are sequential, but I'm not going to go back and check that. And then here's a blue seal, or silver certificate as they're called, with the star note, with the star. Then we get into the red seals, and this is just a different series, where the seals change colors. Some of these Actually, let me pull these out because sometimes people will pay more, because if you notice, there's something missing from the back side of this one. And if I do this, might be a little easier for you to see. Let me get these lined up a little better so you can see what I'm talking about. You've got two different kinds of red seals. Some are missing the "In God We Trust," because that was when they started putting the "In God We Trust" on our paper currency. And we've got here's a couple of $5 red seals. And then we get into, and I've said this before, I always had a fascination as a kid with Canadian money, Canadian coins, Canadian bills and that, because they just look so different from, you know, what we're used to here. And I've got several of these, mostly because of the year. These are 1973 Canada $1 bills. And I always used to, and I may have mentioned it in a previous video, I always begged my mom to let me keep the Canadian money, and her thought process was, oh, what are you going to do with it? You can't spend it, because we can spend our money in Canada, but Canada can't spend their money here. So, and there's a Canadian $1 note, same year, 1973. And then I'm not going to pull all these out, but there's sequential bills there. Then we've got another older, I believe this is from 1954. I'd get up close and check it out. Another star note, $1 bill. And see, they change the appearance of their bills quite often. And here's a older 1954 Canadian $5. And some of the artwork on their bills, their older bills, is just phenomenal. Or at least I think so. And then here's a couple of 1986, and not the prettiest of their bills, but 1986, a couple of $2 bills. And that's kind of funny, is, you know, that's our state bird here in Michigan, the robin. So I thought that was pretty cool. Then we've got these, which are, there's 3 of them in here. These are from Germany, you know, before the shenanigans started over there. And we'll go here. These kind of got out of order the way I got them. So here's another German bill. And another one that I picked up in an auction on Whatnot. Again, before the shenanigans started over there. Then here's a couple that I picked up from T. It's the from when Japan occupied the Philippines during World War II, and this is a 1 peso. And thought that was pretty cool. I'd never seen one of these before, so, you know, pick it up, put it in the collection. And then this one I just picked up recently and just showed recently is a 1970 1 peso from Mexico. And again, you know, I'm a big fan of the Aztec rounds, and this is what you normally see on the one side of the Aztec round. So, and just excellent condition, really cool. And there you have it. Yeah. Something from the collectible side. And, you know, not everything we do is about, you know, silver and gold and that. You know, a lot of us are collectors as well as stackers, and that's my paper currency collection. Again, mostly United States, but yeah, there is some world stuff in there. And hopefully someday I'll outgrow this container they're in, but for now, there you have it. All right, everybody. Hope you have a great day today. Keep stacking, keep collecting, keep hunting. However you do it, have fun with it, and we'll see you in the next one. Have a great day, everybody. Mishy's out.